Hey folks, so today is January 4th, 2024, or at least that's what they tell us, right? And I wanted to do a little video and share my opinion and viewpoint perspective on what I think might be going on with this whole massive influx of human beings coming here to America. And, you know, the narrative seems to be that these people are being given all of these amenities, food and housing and all of that kind of stuff. And I don't know, it could be a trap too. But there's all kinds of reasons why these people could be fleeing other countries, and the majority of them are like military aged males. Is what I'm seeing. Oh God. Anyway, I think it's interesting the timing of it all too, because recently this was put up 6 hours ago where they talk about that looks like an invasion, and they're talking about 300,000 plus encounters reported in December, right? An unprecedented influx of strains of cities. And we have all these sanctuary cities, right, where these people are being sent to. I I wish they would investigate the sanctuary cities a little bit closer, because I do believe that they're being exploited by people from other countries that are coming here in like a little internal invasion that's been going on for quite a while since they declared these so-called sanctuary cities. And I think that it has something to do with some kind of a global thing where the world's criminals are allowed to come here to the United States and get sanctuary in these sanctuary cities. I do believe that Trump, the politician, has got, hit the nail on the head there. But some of these people could be coming from some of these call centers. And I don't know if y'all are aware, but there's some characters on YouTube even that have been exposing these scammer call centers for quite a while. One of the originals that as far as my research, has this Jim Browning. This channel has been up since 2014. But, this guy goes through and kind of thwarts scammers and these scam callers that take advantage of our senior citizens and stuff here in the US and take advantage of the social security system and all of that. And they've been exposing these call centers over in India and Nigeria and all these places for a while. And one of the original ones that I came across years ago was, a few years ago, was Kid Boga. And this guy has a voice changer. He's been going on this channel since 2017, but uh, he poses as like an old lady, and he just kind of wastes their time. And one of his recent things is they've developed this AI program that kind of traps scammers in a maze. They're thinking that they're going to be getting all of this Bitcoin and this great prize, and he just wastes their time. It's kind of entertaining. But there's another group, the Scammer Payback, that this channel's got over 7 million subscribers. And um, it's pretty interesting because a while ago they went through and they built this like big, huge anti scam call center called the People's Call Center. They partnered with AnyDesk that helped them to take down scammers for 2 weeks at the People's Call Center 2023. And this one video here was just put up a few months ago. And it's a group of a whole bunch of scam baiters that bait these scammers and kind of thwart their plans. They hack into their computer systems and into their hacker systems and everything. But this character here, Pierogi, had exposed a while ago that the local police and the authorities in India were being bribed and paid off to not prosecute these people once they raid these call centers. And this last year, just a few months ago, and within the last year, um, well, this was a local one. This was an article put up. Sidetrack for a second here. This was a local telemarketer here in Las Vegas that was recently raided. This Richard Zietland's call center. This guy supposedly was a flight risk, but he ran a call center here in Las Vegas, and that doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. But this Indian call center plot foiled Americans into paying over $14 million. It's well over $14 million what American taxpayer dollars has been like filtered through these scammers. But you can see the image here. This looks like something that would be from an immigration center or something. But what if, the majority of these people coming here are some of these thousands of people that were displaced because of this scammer call center, this People's Call Center that thwarted and raided all of these call centers and pretty much busted the local authorities as well. Because, I mean, these scam baiters got our federal agencies involved and our local agencies as well. And once you get on that international level, the corrupt police over there in India probably didn't have any other choice but to, put a stop to it and stop lining their own pockets too. So what did they do? They just sent them all over here, and they get a benefits package and everything. But, and here's the thing, y'all, it could very well be a trap as well with the way our 3-letter agencies run. I mean, they've been updating Gitmo for a while now, and maybe they're trapping all these people to come here to the US, because once they're here in the US, um, there's only a certain amount of laws that can protect them. And if they have proof that these people were involved in these scam call centers that have been ongoing over in India and other corrupt countries for so long, scamming essentially the US taxpayer system, Once they're here on our turf, our three-letter agencies can probably round them all up a lot easier than having them spread around to than this one here. Around 76 locations were raided in India as part of a crackdown on phony tech support scam calls. Now that's a lot of people being displaced, and apparently Amazon is working with them to crack down on the whole cybercrime and all of that. And this article was posted up October 21st, 2023, so in recent days. They've been displacing a whole lot of people that were working at these call centers. And now here in Las Vegas, I'll pull up Google Maps, we have a bunch of buildings and stuff that are being put up and constructed around the valley here that are like unlabeled. There's like no outside marking on the building or anything like that. This is one here that's over on Warm Springs Road, and go down here at ground level and you can see there's like no markings on this building. And there's a lot of open space here where they have all of these different types of industrial office space and all of this stuff where they could set up several call scam centers easily. But this building has no markings on it, and it also has a one of those shipping containers sitting on the corner, several of them, which I'm leery of. Yeah, right there. I'm leery of shipping containers sitting in lots nowadays because I've seen those videos of those microwave weapons that can fit inside of shipping containers. And here's this building, it's like completely unmarked. And I know back over here behind it is like a vitamin supplement thing. Well, this says WC Construction, but according to Google, there's like a vitamin supplement distribution center over here. So I'm wondering if maybe this could be a distribution center for the vitamins and supplements or something, because I'm pretty sure that's how it had labeled it. Yeah, back over in here. Oh, let me go back to this view. Yeah, like over in here, ProCaps Laboratories, vitamins and supplements store. So I don't know. I mean, it's all the way over here. It's just a really large building that could definitely house a lot of scammers in a big call center. We've got several of these type of unmarked buildings popping up around the valley here, along with a lot more housing and stuff too. So I think that's curious. But anyway, some of this influx could be from the displacement of all of these scammers that were busted in this huge, like it's kind of like a sting operation. And I'm pretty sure that our feds couldn't do something like that. Our alphabet agencies couldn't do something like this where they're actually baiting scammers and baiting criminals because it would be considered entrapment under certain laws. So, why not let these dudes do it? But at the same time, if you're just creating a situation where they're just going to come here and wreak havoc at ground level right here in our own country, whatever. People need to be educated on some of these scams and stuff, and you need to make sure that our seniors are educated on how these scams work, and make sure that we're keeping a watch on our seniors and on our sages and in our communities and in our families. Make sure that they're not being freaking scammed like this. Need to protect our own, because the federal agencies can only do so much, because our laws, which we create and prop and support in this constitutional republic, right, allows some of this stuff to go on and allows some of it to happen. So unless you want them to go through and revamp the laws, which I believe is probably the biggest motive. They don't care these if they come over here and wreak havoc in this territory here, because then they can just revamp laws, and which allows them to go in and invade people's privacy even more. And I understand it's under the guise of protecting people's social securities and people's money and their assets and everything like that from being taken advantage of by these scammers. But it's about taking a bit of accountability and responsibility for yourself too, and not allowing your family member or people that become victims of this whole scam. So just stay mindful, folks, because I think this whole immigration thing with all these people coming in, these could very well be thousands of these scam call center scammers that they've recently have raided. And like I said, it's not just over there. We have plenty of them here where Americans are involved with this kind of stuff too, where they're just taking advantage of the social security system and taking advantage of the cybersecurity systems and everything. So, and it's this kind of stuff here that's going to cause them to tighten all that shit down even tighter on us. So, stay mindful, folks. There certainly is a lot going on, but and one more thing, really quick. It's kind of off the topic. This lot here used to be the Fiesta Hotel and Casino. It was a really large hotel and casino, and you can see its location here is just off the highway, easy on, easy off, right off the highway. That could either go all the way out west towards Cali, southwest, or it could go north towards the Las Vegas Strip over in this area by Paradise, or it's really the only major hotel right there along this highway stretch that goes out to the south towards Arizona and up through Boulder City, and from the south from 95 right there. So They tore this hotel down after COVID, which I think is kind of curious because a few years ago, back when this whole thing with Epstein and this human trafficking story had broke, I had done a little bit of research myself into Las Vegas's connection to the international human trafficking industry, and that's pretty much what they call it. It's an industry to some, and to the majority of these people that are attempting to keep things under wraps, it's an industry. Human trafficking is considered like legal prostitution here. They've even have legislation and have created laws to govern prostitution and people selling sex and selling their bodies here in Nevada. So during COVID, if you remember during COVID, they shut everything down. All of these hotels along the strip and everything. All of these hotels were all shut down completely. And it would have allowed them time to go through and sweep and scrub, so to speak, any evidence or proof of any kind of human trafficking system that was in place. And I do believe that the Fiesta Henderson, I had came across a couple of different witness testimonies that were posted on what I considered a sketchy website back then, but I still clicked on it and I still read it, and it's gone 404. The website is no longer available. But there were a couple of witness accounts that actually mentioned specifically the Fiesta Hotel and Casino being one of the most major hubs here in the Las Vegas Valley, where they would bring victims, as they would call, as they would become known, but to them they were subjects. They were dollar signs, more or less, and they would bring these little dollar signs here to this hotel, coming up from this direction or coming up from the southwest as well, and this would be like a starting point. And then from this point on, they would be distributed either down on the strip to hotels down into the strip, or to some of these fancier homes and stuff that have been built along the Black Mountain Ridge and along Red Rock and all of that. So the fact that they went through and just completely demolished and removed the Fiesta Hotel and Casino after COVID is just very interesting and very curious to me. After I had read those witness testimonies, it actually named the Fiesta Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, as a major hotel and hub for trafficking people. It's gone now. There's no more Fiesta Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas. And folks, I watched The Sound of Freedom, and I got my own opinion about that too, which I'll have to do another video on because I don't know, it's kind of deep. But if you haven't seen The Sound of Freedom yet, it's pretty interesting. I'm not going to give it these rave reviews because to me, every one of those types of movies and publications like that use actors and these storylines and these scripts and stuff, I just have a hard time just even believing. But I think there's many things in the movie itself that could probably represent some real life activities and things, but I think it was distorted for a reason. And that's my opinion. I'll have to do another video on that. But anyway, just wanted to touch a little bit on this whole immigration thing and all of these so-called military aged males coming here to our country. When you disrupt an industry such as the scammer call industry, especially when you've got local authorities in these countries that are just as corrupt as these scammers themselves, making millions of dollars a month off the US taxpayers and the ignorant fools and tools that don't know, us one scam from another, you know, you just keep an eye on any of your elderly family members if they're involved with any of these kind of, tech scams and stuff like that. Just be mindful, because if they're coming here too, they could very well already have addresses and things of seniors that live alone even, and be coming here to target, like actually physically take over these people's properties and homes and stuff. So just be mindful. Stay safe and mindful, folks. Well, unknown caller, huh? Yeah. Not answering that. Thanks for watching, folks. Know that I appreciate you and that you matter very much to me.